Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the Keither.net day 2 of E-mini S&P 500 chart review. I'm going to show you the daily action, what I would have traded, what I saw, and if I made any trades, I'll explain that as well. But today, unfortunately, I did not. I had my regular job to work at, and I didn't get time to trade or even watch the market. So I'm going to do a review here of the day's action, and as I said, explain to you what I saw. All right, so this is yesterday's action right here. I just did that so I could kind of get a feel of what happened at the end of yesterday and into today. So at the end of yesterday, we broke lower. We were trending down here, and then we broke higher. And overnight, we just kind of went up, 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 and then right before the open, we fell back down to lower. Just slightly touched a new low compared to these, but it did break past this, so we did make a lower low. And then at the open, we made a short little move up, and then we came back down and made another even lower low. So at the very open here, we went down, and from this overnight pattern, it tells me we are looking for downside action, at least for early on. So what I'd be doing right here is looking for a pullback to the 21 EMA. So let's move forward here. We're going down, down, down. Getting some nice white candles here. Oh, we get a red one. Ooh. So now, yesterday, if you watched the video, we have these side-by-side candles. Now, this red one's got our top and bottom wick, which is kind of indecisive. And the white one here, it has a bottom wick, which means it got pushed down and then it came back up. Or it opened lower and it came up. So that actually shows strength, but you still got to remember that this right here, we're in a downtrend. And we're still looking for a 21 EMA pullback until proven wrong. Okay? So right here, we are into the 21 EMA. Keeping with the idea that we're still short positions, we're looking for a turnaround away from the 21 EMA. So let's move forward here. Okay, we broke through it. Now, this candle right here, what this tells me, it pushed up all the way to 1997, and then it came and closed lower. So it tried to go higher, but it closed lower, which is a good sign that there might be turning points. I mean, it's not sure it can or wants to go higher. So let's see what it does here. It might be a good signal bar. Ooh, and look at that. The next candle, it pushed all the way back down. It almost engulfed this whole pattern, or this whole candle here, without the wick. So let's keep moving. At this point, this candle right here is going to be these two candles are going to be our signal bars. So we're looking for an entry bar, anything above 94.75. So 1994.50, if we hit that, we're going in. And the next candle right there, we're in at 1994.50. And per my strategy, I'm only going for 1 point. Unless the market's really moving, I might stay in, but my goal is 1 point per trade. And then I'm going to increase my contracts over time rather than sitting in the market for 2, 3, 4 points. At least the first build up, that's my strategy. So let's see what it does here. And as I said, 1994.50, 93.50. So we're actually already out of this if we go 1 point. But let's just see what it's going to do. Okay, it moved down again. A nice little indecisive candle here. So we're still going to watch it and see what it does. And right there, this candle becomes irrelevant at this point. It was indecisive, like it wanted to maybe go higher. It wasn't sure if it wanted to go lower. But this nice big candle here tells us that we are going lower. And another thing to check out here that I didn't mention is we have a double bottom right here, and this just broke that. So we broke to a lower low right here. So let's go forward, and we get that nice candle. Now this white candle engulfed almost all of this, so we're probably going to go up, at least for the short term. And we actually didn't. Look at that. See, this is a lot of indecisive action because by all means, this candle right here, it engulfs this entire candle. It's a very powerful movement. Even the volume down here was a little bit more than this. It was not bigger or more volume than the first move down. So, whatever. Let's keep moving. Okay, we hit a bottom and we pulled back. So, We're still looking for shorts, so now we're back at the 21 EMA. We're going to be looking for another signal to go lower like we did here. Okay. And look at that. That is a very, very big red candle. That engulfed the three previous, almost four, but it engulfed the three previous white candles. So anything up below 92.25. So 1992, we're going short again. And we actually got put into the trade here. This is a little bit scary because this candle right here is very indecisive, but it did put us in. So we're in at 92 even. Let's see what it does. Okay, and we did come down a little bit further. We're at 91.50. Let's see what happens. And there we go. We would be out. We got in at 92 even, and went all the way down to 89.75. So our point is there. You could have gotten more on that. We're out of the market right here. And we're coming back. And immediately right here, one thing that I want to note is, as you can see here, this move was very stretched out. This was a little congested, but it still made a definite move up. And this was stretched out other than this little congestion right here. And this move up, it was stretched out. It was not all overlapping congested candles. Now, if you look here, this might be a double bottom. I can't see it yet, and I don't want to go forward because I'm trying to do this as real time. But as you can see, these were overlapping, these are overlapping, this is overlapping. It broke a little bit higher. This overlapping lets me know that the trend may be stalling or even reversing. So let's go ahead and move forward. Okay. So we broke up a little higher, but we're still thinking short, even though this is a little worrisome for the downside. Okay, so this candle right here is going to be a signal candle, and we would have an entry below 1991. So 1990.75 would be an entry. You would proceed with caution because of this, but let's just see what it's going to do here. Okay, so it came down and it touched 1990.25. Okay, so we're not quite at a point yet. And there we go. 1989.75, and we got in at 1990.75. So that's a point right there. From there to there, that's a point. So while I do think this was a more aggressive trade due to this right here, we did get our point right there. So let's keep moving. And here we go. We're going back up, and we're back at the 21 EMA. Now this is very interesting. As you can see, here we came up, we got a big red candle. Here we came up, we got a big red candle. Here, this congestion I was just talking about, we came up and we got this little candle here, and then the big candle. So again, this is just kind of a sign that maybe the short side is running out. And now we come here, we come up, we get this indecisive candle, and then we get this hangman candle right here on the 21 EMA. Now that's a sign of weakness for the downside. Let's take a look and see what it does. So this is even a more worrisome sign. We had a hangman on the 21 EMA, and now we have another white candle that broke above this high right here. So while we haven't had a signal yet, we're starting to think maybe we're going to go higher. Okay, and now it's very indecisive. You got a couple dojis here. You got a down, up candle. It's even bigger. And again, it broke above these highs right here. So pretty much sideways action for the time being. And there we go. We broke out. So at this point, I think it's safe to say we kind of have a double bottom here. It's not perfect. It peaked down here lower, but we have three candles here. One, two, three. We had some congestion at the 21 EMA, and now we have broken out above it. So at this point, I'm going to start looking for longs. Okay, and we're back here. I had to pause the video for a second. So we broke out, and now look, we came back. Now we're on top of the 21 EMA, and we have this nice indecisive candle right here. And we got our first white candle. So this is our signal bar, Anything above this, anything above 95.25, so 1995.50, we're in this. And the beautiful thing about this right here, I love these trades because not only did we break out and came back to the 21 EMA, which is our setup, and we have our signal bars, but we also have this level right here. We know if it breaks out above this, it's going to get some momentum because this was a previous high. So we came up, we pulled back, and it's so close. That's why it's so good, because we don't have to go far to break out of this and get a little momentum to the upside. So let's see what it does. Again, we're looking at 1995.50 as our entry point. And this candle, again, like it happened back here, wherever that was, it knocked us in by a tick. So it knocked us in right here. So let's see what it's going to do. Okay, we're pulling back to the 21 EMA. And we're getting a little iffy, but the thing is, we still have this nice congestion pulling back. The congestion means that the move is not strong. So I'm not too worried about it going to the downside. We're still hanging out, we're still hanging out. And here we go. Oh, we're still going, at this point we're going sideways. So you may even want to start drawing some channel lines in here. Let's see here, redraw as channel. So I'm just going to do this so we can get a visual. We came up, we came down, we came up, and now we came back to the 21 EMA. We may come back down here. I don't know. We may continue higher. But I'm still looking for high because we broke above and we haven't had any strong signals to the downside. And look at that. We came right back down here. And let's see if it catches it or it falls through. And we broke down. So this trade would have been a failed trade. I would have been out by now. I generally give a 2-point stop. So we would have been out of this one. And it's just more sideways action right here. So for this point, we got 2 successful trades and 1 failed trade. So let's see what it does. Okay. And finally, we broke down and we came back up into this channel. So let's see how it plays on these lines here before we do anything. Okay, we're at the top of the channel line and we're at the top of this level here I was talking about that we wanted it to break out above. And we broke out. So now, once again, we're just waiting for a 21 EMA pullback. Had to pause the video again. We're back. So we broke out. Now we're just waiting for another 21 EMA pullback. And while we did have a failed trade in here, at least now we know for sure that there is confirmation to the upside. And we've broken out of this channel. So hopefully we get some trending action going here once again. Okay, we're going way up. Now at this point, if you want to be aggressive, we did come up and we pulled back and kind of went sideways here. And now we're back at the high here. You may want to play a breakout, but I suggest waiting for the 21 EMA pullback. That's my strategy. And see, it didn't break out. So it did come back to the 21 EMA. We're here. Let's see what it does. Okay, some beautiful candles here. We got a doji. We got a very nice doji there. And this candle has a little bit of a body to it, but guess what? It came down to the top of this channel line, which is also a great sign that this is now becoming support. So let's see what it does. It's back down, it hits it, and it's technically back into the channel at this point. And we broke lower. So, you know, there are ways to take aggressive trades on this, but our strategy is not working at this point. We're not getting any signals. So at this point, I'm just going to watch and see how it plays out. We are below the 21 EMA. We did pull back to it here. I would, as more of an aggressive trade, you could call this a setup. We came back to the 21 EMA. We broke down. So anything below this could be a trade if you want to be more aggressive. 1991.50. And we're in. Okay, we're not quite at a point, and there we go. So this would have worked if you wanted to be more aggressive about it. And I say more aggressive because we have this action here. This is really choppy up and down. But it was playable because it was the 21 EMA. It did give us a signal, and then it fell down, and it went more than a point. So that's your choice. I would probably maybe do a small position on that, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm really trying to stick to my strategy. So, okay, we're back at the 21 EMA. Now, at this point, I hate to say it because all this choppy action, but now that we came down, we hit it, we pulled down further. Now, this one is a more safe bet. The only thing is we have about an hour left in the trading day at this point. But let's take a look at it. If we get a signal, we'll take it short. Okay. So at this point, anything under 91, so 1990.75, we would go short here. And we got 3 ticks, and now we got this candle. And there we go. We got our point. So this one, more aggressive. This one has the confirmation from this one. So this was another trade. So now we're sitting at 3 official trades that were successful and 1 that was a failure back in this mess here. And right now, this market is at 2:05 p.m. We're getting close to the end of the day. And look at that. If you stayed in it, you had plenty of room to pick up extra points. Okay. And we had some congestion here and we broke down again. But at this point, it's getting up on 230. I try not to trade past 230. Okay, we broke down. We're back into the 21 EMA at 2:27 p.m. Let's see what it does. Okay, it's going sideways. A little bit of a breakdown. I would be very iffy on this just because of the time of day. We're at 240. I would not take this trade, but let's see what it does since it does have a setup here. And there you go. It actually goes up. That's one thing you need to recognize about the end of the day and the opening of the day. A lot of times the market will go one way and then it'll go the opposite way just at the open or the close. I don't know why, but it's just something to be aware of. It doesn't act how it should at the opening and the end of the day typically. It just kind of goes a different direction. I assume it's because I understand that it's the momentum of the market. You know, everyone's jumping in. People are selling positions from overnight. People are buying into positions thinking something's going to go up this day. You know, there's a lot of emotional reactions at the open and the close that cause that. So anyways, guys, I'm not sure how I'm going to continue to do this. Yesterday, I looked at the chart and I talked about it. Today, I kind of went through it candle by candle, trying to simulate more of a live trading. What would I look at? What would I be trading? I really like the candle by candle. I think I'll continue that for now and see as I get more people watching these videos what they think. I hope this was informative. As I said, we had 3 successful trades today, 1 failed trade, and there were a couple opportunities for more aggressive trades if you wanted to do that. But sticking to the strategy today, 3 successful trades, 1 failed. Depending on your stop, you probably had a successful day today. All right, talk to you later. That's it.